What's up, mob? Hey, so we got some interesting news. Blake Baggett riding again. And this is what's so interesting because he straight vanished. After he left the Rocky Mountain Butler Brothers team where they didn't pay him, he's been just kind of missing in action. But I got some thoughts on that. Foxboro, this weekend, Hayden Deegan needs a win. He needs a win so bad. And Austin Forkner dropping bad news on the competition. I'm going to get into all that and then more. Remember, guys, subscribe. Some people have been getting unsubscribed for no reason. Check, make sure you're subscribed. And if you're not, please do. I appreciate it. And also, check out the MMA channel. I've been doing some good work over there. I'll be at UFC 300 this weekend, courtesy of V-Chain. So thank you for that, V-Chain. And yeah, let's get into this.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
So I saw the same thing on Instagram that everybody else did with Blake Baggett out there on a Husqvarna. He looks good. And yeah, Christian Craig's mechanic there setting it up for him. But guess what, guys? There's 50 days until the beginning of outdoors. Do you honestly think a guy who's been off the bike for like what do you say, 1,200 some odd days, just some crazy amount of time, almost like 4 years. The fact that he's been off for 4 years and people think he could be ready to race at the highest level in 50 days, I just don't see that happening. This is not a 19-year-old kid. This is an older guy now. And my theory on this, and I reached out to Blake and I have not heard yet, but I believe this is more of an ambassador deal. Yes, if he feels really good, he may enter some races. He may do something like that. But think about this, guys. His kid is riding. And those of us who are parents, you understand, when your kid rides, it's pretty cool. But they always think their dad's an idiot. It doesn't matter if their dad's Blake Baggett or whoever. Nobody thinks their dad's very good. So Blake's probably out at the track, coaching his kid, watching his kid, and his kid's probably just enamored with guys that aren't even close to the talent that Blake has. And he's probably like, listen, okay, I got to get a bike and show these guys. And what better way to do that than a Husqvarna ambassador deal? Maybe he races Loretta's, maybe he does some nationals, but I think he really just wants to go out there and show his kid who he is. Because I don't think his kid was old enough when he was racing to really remember how badass Blake was. So until I hear it right from Blake Baggett, I'm going to go ahead and assume he's just riding again. And that's good. You know, it's funny. Sometimes these guys, much like James Stewart, they disappear. They're so burned out from the dirtbags in the industry talking crap on them, not paying them, and they're just over it completely. And it takes them a while to reset. And maybe Blake took that time, got out in the real world, and he's like, you know what? I really miss dirt bikes and I want to ride again. And that's more what I see than a guy really mounting a serious comeback. Because in 50 days, let's say he does decide to come back, it's not going to go well. That field is deep. I mean, he's Blake Baggett, so I think he could get into points, but don't expect much more than 10th to 20th on that preparation. Yes, I know Blake, if he did it right, prepared, he could be a top 5 guy. He's Blake Baggett. But it's not like he was Ryan Dungey, and look what happened to Ryan Dungey in his comeback. He did good, but it wasn't as good as he thought. Make sure you guys check out my sponsors, Complete Racing Solutions, Epic Garage Designs, Strapped at ridestrap.com, and Precision Transport at pretransport.com. They're the reason I'm able to do these videos and get this content out for you, so if you support them, I would really appreciate it. Now to Hayden Deegan. Hayden Deegan is the wonder kid. You know, if he wants to be on that level with Jet and the generational talents, and he might be that. I'm not saying he's not, but he hasn't looked at this year. Yes, he came in with a freshly surgically repaired wrist, the scaphoid that he broke, and he's had some rough goes. I mean, he had the first turn crashes, he's had the controversies, but I think Deegan is unlike a lot of people, and he's fueled by these controversies. He's fueled by people doubting him. But there's 4 rounds left. He's 16 points down. If he loses any more points to Cameron McAdoo, that's 3 rounds left and say a 20-point deficit. It's Supercross. Anything can happen. But in all reality, the season, as far as the championship for Deegan, would be done. This East Championship right now is Cameron McAdoo's to lose. He has showed a consistency that he hasn't shown his entire career. He's shown this new guy. He says, what did he say? His wife told him, be where your feet are. And he absolutely is. Can he maintain that as the pressure ramps up? If there's some sort of a mistake, is he going to go bananas? He's got the point lead, so he doesn't have to do anything silly. If he doesn't win, it's not the end of the series. But for Deegan, he loses. It's pretty much all but over. And then the other wild card we got is Austin Forkner. Austin Forkner looks like he's jumping back in the mix, and he's not shy about it. He was on the internet saying, he was riding with half his vision, his arm was messed up, and he said that's bad news for the competition. And I agree, that is bad news. And I like this side of Forkner. I like this confident Forkner. This is what I want to hear. This is what he needs to bring to the table. After that horrendous injury, maybe he's just talking himself into it. A lot of people do that. A lot of times when you doubt yourself, you come back with this kind of chip on your shoulder. That's what I would like to see from Forkner. Obviously, I don't want to see him get crashed. I don't think anyone wants to see that poor kid take any more injuries. But I like the headspace. I like coming in hot. I like coming in, wanting to win, thinking he's the best guy. Even if he's just talking himself into it, I like where his headspace is at. And he could get in there and take some points away. Say if, McAdoo wins, Forkner's second, Deegan's third, fourth. He takes those points. He could really secure this championship. Pro Circuit might get both 250 championships this year. And it's been a long time since that's happened. So anyway, I'm stoked for Foxboro this weekend. And remember, guys, if you're in the Las Vegas area, hit me up. I'm doing an open house on Thursday night. I'll post a video on my Instagram showing where that's at. If you're looking to buy, come check out the open house. And if you're anywhere in the country, let me find you an agent in your area and we'll get you dialed in. Thanks, guys. Later.